Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Pooja and I'm a physiotherapist, and today in this video I'm gonna talk about very basic and a simple stuff which is really important to make us in a first step towards our health journey, and also towards our mental well-being, right? So in my channel I generally talk about health, fitness, pain, movements, exercise, and many more things, right, regarding the diet as well. But in this video I'm gonna talk about one basic important thing, like in which there is no investment. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything, it doesn't comes from any other people, but it's come from you yourself and from your within, and that is something built in our nature and habit basically. So the first thing which I'm gonna sum up in this video is something regarding cleanliness. As you have already read the title, it's something regarding cleanliness and how cleanliness is leading to our health and well-being and metabolism and many more factors which are related to our mental well-being, be being fresh, feeling good, and many more, feeling happy as well, I would say. Okay, so let's start with the video. Firstly, I'll be letting you know regarding why cleanliness is important and how to maintain that in our daily lifestyle, right? And how it is very effortless and there is no investment. It's just you need to be a little conscious about what you're doing, where you're sitting, how you're perceiving towards your things, right? So in this basic and normal detail, we'll be understanding how cleanliness is linked to our health and how it can help us to being fit and being more proactive and being more energetic. So let's start with the video. And okay, so let me just tell you, have you ever feel fresh, right? Immediately after the shower, or maybe for some people, like cleaning their room is a therapy, right? Or maybe putting a fresh clothes, iron clothes, you don't like dirty clothes to wear on, right? Same as your body or your mind doesn't like when you do something dirty. For example, you like going to the gym in a dirty clothes, or maybe coming after the gym and you want to get shower, right? Or even after performing the exercises, or maybe first thing in the morning you want to take shower, or maybe after a hectic day also you want to take a shower, right? So shower is related to something cleanliness, that's why I'm pointing it again and again. So the basic thing is that cleanliness is help us to remain fit and energetic and being more proactive, right? So after a lot of things, not only just shower, but yeah, a lot of things organizing your workspace, cleaning your bed, right, cleaning your desk, cleaning your washroom, right? All these things makes us feel energetic and feel good. There is a science behind it. It's not a general thing that it happens. There is a science behind it. Health and cleanliness are not two separate things, they are deeply connected. A clean body, a clean home, and a clean mind are the foundation of for a healthier and a happier life, I would say, right? So for example, if my video will be dirty, you won't like it, right? So same as your body doesn't like when you're surrounding, or your bed, or your washroom, or your clothes, or anything like that is dirty. In fact, with your habits as well, I would say, right? If you're have a bad habits or anything like that, your body won't accommodate or adapt to it. It will keep resisting. That's how you will be not be able to get fitter, healthier, and more energetic, I would say, right? So in this video I'll be sharing why cleanliness is important, how it affects the physical and mental well-being, one simple habits you can follow which will lead you to better health and avoid sickness and unnecessary fever or anything. Like, doesn't cost you anything, right? For example, earlier days people used to take shower, they used to take water, there was abundance of water, abundance of space, abundance of clean air and everything. That's how people would thrive, right? Like being in longevity, and they used to live good. There were no certain conditions, there were no certain problem, or they will be, but the places where there's a dirt or anything like that, right? Then comes the problem and the situation where the health get affected to your body part, right? So this means many people think, right, health is simply not being sick, but it's not true. Like, this means that being healthy is not only about having a fit body, it's also about having a peaceful mind, getting enough sleep, like good food, clean food, exercising regularly, living in a clean environment, and maintaining a good relationship, of course, with your loved ones, right? So health is something we build every single day through our habit, and one of the easiest habits one person could adapt is cleanliness. Okay, like, very very important thing, be it like, in your surrounding, or be it your personal hygiene even, I would say. So why cleanliness is so important, let's, like, sum it up. Cleanliness protects us from harmful bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites, of course. Like, it affect it will save you from unnecessary disease and condition, right? But cleanliness also does protect your body. Okay, it improves your mental health, you feel good basically, right? And when you feel good, whatever you do, like, be it cooking, eating, sleeping, it's like, exaggerate, like it increases, right? So it's like, more like, I would say, like, if my environment is clean, if my mind is clean, if I'm sleeping in a good bed, right, I'll be able to, like, accommodate all that's, like, things like more precisely, I would say, right? So have you ever, like, tried studying in a messy room? Like, I can't study personally, like it's difficult to focus, right? Now compare that studying area in a clean and organized room, definitely you will be more productive, right? So research has shown that, like, clean environment reduces in stress, improve concentration, and increase productivity. I mean, like, if I speak about like abroad and foreign countries, but like, there is a cleanliness and maintaining the cleanliness, so their, like, production, I would say, or their capacity or their encouragement is more, as comparison to some like rural area, or maybe in India there is no much of, like, proactively clean environment, I would say. So let's, like, we start with some tips for the better health and cleanliness, I would suggest. Here are 10 easy habits you can start today. Okay, so let's start. Firstly is wash your hand. Use soap and water for at least 20 seconds after using your restroom, returning to home, anything like that. Okay, staying hydrated is like, maintaining your internal body clean. Keep your room organized, like eat fresh balanced meal and everything. Exercise at least for 30 minutes, like I say that in every video of mine, right? Get your quality sleep in a good bed, I would say. Clean, like, bed sheet, clean everything in aura and air, everything, I would say, right? And maintaining your personal hygiene, that is also important. Whenever you're taking shower, using soap, like, cleaning, using a clean towel, that's all affect, like, it's a simple habit, but it truly affects your well-being, I would say. It will also reduce your stress, like, smile, and you will be like, positive, more positive and more productive whenever you are going out. Okay, so one real life example, I would say, like, there was my friend, like in college first year, I would say. Let's assume, okay, her name was Priya, I would say, and she was very messy, right? So her room wasn't organized, she was very lazy, like, not able to wake up from the bed, not able to clean anything like that. And in that time we don't, like, aren't able to afford maid or something like that, right? So we have to do it like by myself, ourselves, sorry. Okay, so in that way, like, she was not very much productive. But when, like, once, like, exams comes, she used to clean her room, she used to clean her bed sheet and everything, and then she used to start studying and everything, right? So, like, from this example, I would just want you to tell you, when your environment is clean, you're more focused, you're more productive, you're more mentally feeling well. So cleanliness is important, as I said. Okay, so, like, every morning she started making her bed, opening the window for the fresh air, drinking a glass of water, walking a little, and keeping her study table clean. So that's how, like, her like, lifestyle improved, and her feelings improved, and her personality and, like, health also improved, right? And so within few weeks, she noticed that she was, like, sleeping better, concentrating more, and feeling happier, getting sick less often, I would say. Okay, so this is this little bit of example of how we can change our daily habits, so we can, like, be more focused and more, like, clean, and with our environment. And cleanliness is not only, I would say, right, regarding yourself. For example, if I'm keeping my clean home, if some guest is coming, right, they will also feel good. There is a positive environment whenever they're like, no, your environment is clean, right? Even if your body is clean, right, your mind is clean, and of course no negative thoughts in that. That's how your like, mind will be in peace, and you'll be more focused towards the health part, I would say, right? So in conclusion, remember that health isn't built overnight. It is built in every small detailing which we do in our lifestyle, right? And small choices. So when you choose to wash your hand, when you choose to eat healthy food, for example in the time of COVID, right, a lot of people were maintaining a lot of cleanliness, right? And now also I would say that I see some people using masks when they are going out in the metro cities, right? They are using like, a tissue paper is a very good thing to be used, I would say, right? That is very important, like, like tissue paper doesn't like, easily decomposable even, I would say, right? So I recommend like every people to have tissue paper in their like, purse, bag, whenever they are going out or anything. A mask should be there, clean water should be drinked whenever they are going, right? And maintain a clean environment. It's not only about you, but also you contributing to the society. If you will be clean, your surrounding will be clean, right? Then only the whole environment will be clean, and this is an individual responsibility leading to individual benefit as well, I would say, right? So this is my like, video in regards of cleanliness, I would say. So again, cleanliness is not just like, about looking good in the pictures right, or maybe to some event, but also in your basic natural environment, I would say, where you stay, where you sleep, right, where you walk, or everywhere, I would recommend, right? It is all about protecting your body, calming your mind, and respecting the environment around you as well as the people, right? Even if you will do, some people will copy you. You will have a like, mark that standard, and people will copy you and they will be inspired to have a clean environment, right? So choose one healthy habits and one cleanliness habit that you will be practicing for the next 21 days. Be it anything. Let's start with small, like, brushing your teeth twice a day, I would say. Even I didn't used to do earlier, but now I'm trying to make that habit. Like whenever I'm sleeping, I'm trying to brush my teeth, as well as like, I'm a kind of a person who love taking showers, so I do take like showers 2 times or maybe 1 time is necessary. Apart from that, drinking water is very important. Cleaning your room is very important for me. Cleaning my like, clothes is very important for me. I can't use like, one clothes like 2 days or 3 days in a row. Men's do this, okay? And especially this video will be for men. I would say don't use your one like, clothes again and again, like 3 4 days or 5 days, right? So keep like, things which you can use one twice, okay? Because your body also produce sweats, your body also produce like germs, and that energy stay constant. For example, I'm wearing this t-shirt, right, and my mood is not good today, and I'm wearing this t-shirt, and tomorrow also I'm wearing the same t-shirt, my energy won't change. So changing your energy through cleanliness is also important. So yeah, this is like my video in short, I would say. Write one of your bad habit and one of your cleaning habit which you want to pursue, and which you want to like, leave respectively, I would say. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Do share with your friends, family, and loved ones, and encourage people to be more clean, so that there like, there are less number of patients created, less problems, and less disease, I would say, right? So stay tuned, and take care. Thank you for watching my video.